Nwadike. How did you go from working under the table to building your own path here?
Can you repeat that question?
How did you go from working under the table to building your own path here?
Let me go back to how I became legal, working under the table and suddenly becoming somebody. One of the reasons why I came to America was because I was already talking to somebody who finally became my wife. I started talking to her in 2005, in January 2005. We were talking while I was in Nigeria. And because of the way I liked the way she talked and the opportunities I thought I was going to have in America, I then decided to come to America. It caused a rift between myself and my brother because he was thinking I was abandoning a good thing in Nigeria to go and start from scratch in America. But I said not only starting from scratch, I thought I was going to meet somebody that would become my life partner and at the same time building a life for myself. So when I got to America, I told my wife that we are going to get married. She wanted us to date. I told her legally I cannot just be dating for months or years, that I have to get married within the next 3 months. Within the next 3 months so that I don't become illegal because I was already on a visitor's visa. So after some time she agreed. We got married. We got married in 2006, March of 2006. We got married and I filed for papers to become a resident. We had a child. I later became a citizen in 2009 before my brother died. And the rest is history. I moved from being illegal, working under the table, to become legal. I got my first job. My first job was with Dr. Nwadike, Chief Dr. Nwadike, and I got another job also under the table with Chief Bartholomew Okoro. I was working with him also. And then when I became legal, I continued working with them until I got a better job. I started working as a car salesman, working as a salesman at Pep Boys, Advanced Auto Parts, uh, even did cleaning job. I did security job, worked as a security. I then luckily interviewed with an oil servicing company because I was an engineer. I graduated from school as an engineer, a petroleum engineer. I got a job working for Schlumberger. Schlumberger is a French international company in oil servicing. I I worked for Schlumberger for some time, and I started my own businesses, left and right, different businesses, and I tried my best to do what I could. I went to school, went back to school in the U.S., and I did a whole lot of things. But at no point in time did I believe I would not succeed. I failed each time. Oh Lord. Each time I start, I fail. Each time I start, I fail. But I never stopped standing up. I never stopped starting because I knew I was going to succeed. Um, you have another question?
Man, that's a wild journey. From under the table work to Schlumberger and multiple businesses. What kind of businesses did you start here in the US?
In the US, I started a trucking company that failed. I started a cell phone company. I was selling cell phones and activating lines for T-Mobile. I was robbed twice. They broke into my store. They stole all my cell phones. You know how it is. You have cell phones. They come in, break in, and steal the cell phones twice. I didn't have insurance, so I lost all that money. Um, I also started a retail shop online on Amazon many years ago in 2007, 2008. I started a car sales stand. I was selling cars. I was selling used cars while I was also working at a car dealership. I sold cell phones online. Name it. What didn't I do? I did a lot of things. I started a lot of things, and It was a labor of love. I wouldn't say I did everything right. I did some things wrong. I failed because I made a lot of mistakes. I don't regret my mistakes in the US because they taught me what not to do next time, or how to focus, how to make choices, what to invest in, what not to put money in, how to be careful so nobody scams me, how to avoid get rich quick scams. I tried to get rich quick on several occasions and I lost it.
Sounds like you threw yourself into everything with real hustle. Which of those businesses came the closest to really taking off before it didn't?
In the US, in the US, what business came to um none. They were all they all failed within the first 1 year. None of them succeeded. None of them lasted more than 12 months. Not because I didn't try, but because I didn't get all the information I needed. The cell phone business may have tried or may have been successful if I wasn't robbed twice. I was robbed twice within the first year. My car dealership business, I couldn't afford to pay the shop rent because all of a sudden I was keeping inventory and I wasn't making sales. So within the first year, I lost money. I couldn't advertise. So I don't think there was any of my US business that made any success. Within the first 12 months, they always failed.
That's tough. It sounds like those early failures really shaped how you approach things now. What's one of the biggest lessons from those business flops that you still carry with you today?
What I would say about all my failed businesses is that they taught me how to be ruthless, how to not believe that everything would be okay. I made sure that anything I invested in, I don't try to be the good guy because many times I was the good guy and people took me for granted.